I'm Miriam, co-founder and COO of Keto Chow.
I'm Chris, also co-founder, president, and the technical guy behind Keto Chow, and I check the mic levels.
Good job.
Again, because you got to do that. Anyway, if you're brand new to Keto Chow, it's a nutritionally complete meal designed to make doing keto easy. We also have some electrolyte supplements that are amazing for everyday use and for keeping the dreaded keto flu away.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the little bell icon. Ding ding. For daily updates on all our Keto Chow happenings. These live streams help us be accountable and stay on track. Thanks so much for joining us on our keto journey.
Nice. So we had a whole bunch of people that were on quite early.
Quite early.
Heath was first. You got Becky on. Debbie's on as well. Hoofing It was the first to do a thumbs
Hey,
up.
thank you.
Blue Dove is on.
Chris said it was sound. Check your sound.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll check our sound again.
You guys hear us? Because Holly can't hear us. She says no sound.
Scroll down and see if anybody's saying sound.
No, well, I'm up at the bottom.
Okay.
I discovered that I will leave the comments going at the very bottom so that when we come on, we'll immediately get feedback. No sound.
Oh, okay.
Me smart.
So maybe Holly's computer
Okay,
was
Rihanna
not
says I can
having
hear
any
you.
sound.
Yep, it's just Holly.
It's okay.
Blue Dove says morning chow.
She's got our
Chow
back.
Club yesterday.
Yay!
Sonia says that she is 11th.
11th.
Yeah. Lizzie Andrews says, okay, I'm on my 6th mile and listening in. I've been challenging myself to walk or run 7 to 9 miles.
Oh my
a day.
gosh, Andrea, you're amazing. I have been walking a lot, but I don't know if I've been walking that much.
Nice. Candace is on as well. So it's Blue Dove and Jerry. Says,
Hi,
good
Jerry.
morning, let's
Hey, Blue Dove.
see. Susan says, good morning. Lori says, wow, I cannot believe June is almost
I know,
over.
right? It's so crazy.
So close. Becky says, I need to get my kid up. He's still asleep at 11:15.
It must be summer.
That's what we did on Saturday. We let our kids sleep until
Yeah, it was like
it was
12.
like-
But most of them were up by then.
Yeah. Lance says, good morning from the spectacular Keto Chow storefront.
Yeah.
Chill is on, says, good morning. I'm loving a new flavor in the box. Okay.
Nice.
Trey says, wow, black licorice Keto Chow. What a surprise. Just kidding. No black licorice yet.
Ooh.
Sean says, good morning, Chris and Miriam. Let's see. Rihanna says, good morning. Club box was supposed to be delivered yesterday, but got delayed till today. Keeping fingers crossed that's here today. Victoria's on, so is Amanda. Shauna and Lynette says, I can hear you. Brianna says, good morning.
Brianne.
Watching Wendy and Harry's video about YouTube. Really interesting history of Keto Chow. We just finished watching that.
Yeah, I'm still not finished watching it.
Well, you watched the second half.
I watched the
Then
part
go
you were
back.
watching, and I'm going to watch the first now.
Blake says he can hear us on Facebook. Okay. Dan says, good morning, everyone. I love the interview with Wendy and Harry. Holly says, my computer has no sound.
Oh.
Have you tried turning it off and back on again? Well,
Are you sure it's plugged in? Oh, you're right.
Everybody tell Holly to turn off her computer and turn it back on again. I actually need to restart my computer because my keyboard isn't working the way it's
Oh, that's annoying.
Yaya says, good morning. Let's see. Brianna says, random question. If your recipes are available, are you concerned a competitor may take your recipes and try to sell them? Do you have it? It actually is, you can't copyright recipes. It's one of those things. You can copyright the photos, you can copyright the book that they're in, but a recipe itself cannot be copyrighted. I don't think it can be patented either. And we're really not concerned about someone doing that because one of the key ingredients for all the recipes is Keto Chow.
Yeah, so they'd have to have Keto Chow to do it.
Yep.
So, I mean, at least in most of them.
Yep. So, I mean, they can go ahead and take it and tell
if they
people to use
took the
Keto Chow.
recipe of Keto Chow and started selling it, then maybe we would have a problem with that.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, not too concerned about it. Sean says mine was delayed from yesterday to today as well. Let's see. Sarah says, morning. Good morning. I loved my chow box.
Yay,
Gina is on, and I am pronouncing it right. She told Autumn how to pronounce it yesterday.
Yeah, she told us in the past how to pronounce it too. It's just
that doesn't
hard
mean
to
I can
remember.
that.
Yeah.
I'm just happy I remember.
From this morning?
From yesterday morning.
Oh, right.
Chad says good morning all. Let's see. Holly says, too many things going this morning. Have to wait for my computer to restart right now. Rika says, thank you much for the heads up email about pina colada.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was able to snag a few more bags.
Good, I'm
before it
glad.
was
Well,
gone.
we can maybe do stuff like that again when we notice things are getting close.
So for those of you who don't know, the pina colada is out of stock.
It's gone.
So let's see. Debbie says, I don't know how they do it. The recipes are also amazing.
Thank you.
Sandra says, good morning from Cypress, Texas. Chow Club came yesterday with 10 individual packets instead of 9.
Whoops.
And not the same as others have posted. Strange.
Oh, well, reach out to our customer service and they'll see if they can fix it for you.
Maybe you got an extra one. I don't know.
Yeah.
But definitely reach out anyway, and they'll be able to confirm that you got the right stuff. Because sometimes our helper monkeys.
Yep.
do
People
stuff
make
wrong.
mistakes sometimes, and we want to fix those mistakes.
Older Pennsylvania says, good morning, everyone. Just ordered the base powder and some Equip protein.
Oh, nice.
There is no way I will last the rest of the month without some Keto Chow type shakes.
Well, tell us how it goes with that, because we haven't tried Equip. I have had one for so long now, and I still haven't opened it, so I will get there.
Yep. I had completely forgotten to send the stuff to Chronometer to get Pina Colada added to
Whoopsie.
Chronometer, and Lauren from Chronometer just emailed me back, and I think that she added it. So,
Yay.
let's see. Heather is on. Christine says, awful heat wave. I read headache, but it's heat wave. In the Pacific Northwest happening. Didn't even have to melt the coconut oil for my Pina Colada
Oh,
shake. Dang.
that's not awesome.
Blaine, I should actually show it to you.
Uh-huh.
He was doing a video of a Klingon warrior, how they make Keto Chow shakes. It was actually pretty funny. Well, and at first I'm like,
What?
why is he talking so weird? And it's because, well, he said when he actually does it, he's going to be in full
Oh.
Klingon battle dress.
I thought you were a geek. Maybe I'm wrong.
Hey, there's a spectrum of geekiness on.
It's
the
okay.
internet.
I'm on Team Star Trek too.
There you go. Angela got her chocolate box yesterday. EZ says, good morning. I received the chocolate box yesterday.
Yay.
Very happy. And when we try to get them to everybody before the first of the month.
Yep.
Sometimes weird carriers delay things, but we're trying to get them all there before the first of the month. Chris Jones is on.
Hi,
My
Chris.
peeps. Good morning, Chris and Miriam, Keto Chow family. Shauna says, I want a bag of Equip from 2K. Hey, I like it, but it's pretty sweet.
Oh, is it? Can you add salt?
Yes, you can.
I bet I would. That would be a sweet.
Sandra says, no problem. Love y'all, but isn't the count, and I had to count the packs 3 times to be sure I was not seeing things.
Yeah, sorry.
Kathy says, happy Tuesday. Michelle says, Yum Pina Colada is in Chronometer. Nice. Debbie says, I keep wanting to use Chronometer, but struggle to navigate it, and I'm fairly intelligent.
It's a little weird until you get used to it. And I think the thing that's hardest is trying to get your macros entered in there. Once you get that entered, you don't have to do anything after that. So.
Well, you just have to track stuff.
Well, I mean, yes, that's
and
the
I'm
hard
going
part.
to be using it again coming up.
I know with that.
I'll be using it for
protein sparing, modified
fats
fats.
to make sure I'm getting the right stuff.
I got to find those cookbooks. I found them and then I lost them again. I think they might be in the car.
Possibility.
That's the place I haven't
Jerry
looked
says,
yet.
now we're going to be thinking there's no more Pina Colada until we make some more, sung to the Escape song. I Create My Life says, so glad I bought 4 more packs of Pina Colada.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Patty says, I made the new flavor as ice cream and treacle yogurt. Those are so good.
Yum.
Rhonda is on, says, good morning, Bears and Chow fam. Love the Loving It on Keto video with you guys. Absolutely love the interviews. I got my box.
They were so cute. We had a fun time
That was a
visiting
lot
with
of fun.
them.
I was a bit constrained on time with Harry, unfortunately, because I had a meeting that like I had to be at. And there's my notes that I still need to do stuff with.
Oh, whoops.
Yep.
Guess you better do that.
Yeah. Anyway, let's see. Kathy says, good morning from Metro, Detroit.
Oh, cool.
How
How are you, Kathy?
Gina says, got mine. Loved it. Thank you. Candace says, Lynn or Shauna. Oh. And Chris Jones says, Jerry Van West, good morning. So,
good morning.
What's the flavor of the week?
What is the flavor of the week?
There you go.
I haven't heard the sound on that, so I can only imagine what it says.
Cookies and cream. It's the Go packs, so the 21 packets of
Mm-hmm.
the individual ones. Yeah, that's what's
That's
the
the
flavor of the week.
week.
Kaden says, as a bona fide geek, my recommendation for what sort of decal would work best with a blender bottle. I have a royal blue bottle, but just now thought it should have a vintage police box.
Yeah, that'd be
Decal.
cute.
The I have a couple blender bottles that have full vinyl ones that have been on there for a couple of years and they've been working just
Been
fine.
good. Yeah.
Depends on also how you wash them. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you wash it by hand, it's gonna last longer.
and we just watched a Tom Scott video last night about how in the UK they're taking the old phone boxes,
Uh-huh.
the red phone
And
boxes.
rigging them up with defibrillators.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. And
That's
it's
cool.
cheaper for them to leave power connected to them than it is to disconnect the power.
Yeah.
And then they're able to keep. There's a heater.
There's a heater
there
in there.
to keep the
Because
batteries
if the
good.
batteries get cold, then the defibrillator won't work.
Let's see. Kathy says, I'm working right now, enjoying my Keto Chow key lime.
Nummy.
Nice. By the way, Kaden, I've never seen an episode of Doctor Who at all. Ever.
I think we turned one on and
No.
didn't quite make it through.
Maybe
Maybe I was with somebody else.
Freya gave me some good recommendations of ones to watch.
Okay.
I have that ready to go, but I still have never watched an episode of Doctor Who. I've watched a lot of Red Dwarf, but Debbie says I want to
Is that
make
similar?
an ice bath. No.
Then I
It's
wouldn't put them
British
together.
as well. Debbie says I want to make an icebox pie with a cookies and cream.
Ooh,
Becky
that sounds good.
Becky says that sounds good. Debbie. Elisa says, I'm so disappointed. Waited for months for Prime Day to buy a compressor ice cream maker.
Uh-huh.
Finally got it. Followed the directions step by step, and it doesn't work. After an hour of watching the Keto Chow liquid spin, I stopped. I even took everything apart,
Oh no.
put together again. Will call cuisine art. Yeah. We had who was it?
Who was it?
No, I can
Was
see
it
her picture.
Jessica?
No. Anyway, yes,
I can't
please do
remember.
call the manufacturer. It means that there's something wrong. It might have been dropped or something like that, but
It could have happened in shipping. A lot of times the manufacturer will replace it for you.
most manufacturers, if you bought something off Amazon and you contact the manufacturer directly and you say, yo dog, I bought this on Amazon, it don't work. And they're like, oh, hey, we'll take care of that. Please don't talk to Amazon about it. We'll take care of it. We'll send you stuff.
And it's
now.
not that they don't want Amazon to know. It's that Amazon just says, here's your money back. And that's the end of the story. They don't help with troubleshooting and they don't, they say, okay, here you go.
Well,
They just say, order it again. Here's your money.
Order it again, but you don't get the discount this time.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So go directly to the manufacturer.
Which Amazon is a love-hate because we need to be there and we like being there, but it's hard to work with them.
Dennis gave us a belated front runner wave from Orem. I actually saw a front runner driving. It was going across the trestle or whatever.
The road?
At what, like 7:40 this morning.
When you were driving in?
123rd.
Nice.
Blue says that sounds awesome. Kaden, love the doctor. Joe Ray is on. Says good morning.
Good morning.
Brianna says, how long do you let Instant Pot yogurt sit before you strain it?
We just strain it right away.
So we used to. So Two Crazy Ketos has the video, the original video on how to make it, and they're using a nut milk bag to strain it. And when you do it like that, you need to. Okay, so you make the yogurt. Excuse me, and then you put it in the fridge and let it cool off, and then you put it in the strainer. If you have one of the plastic or metal strainers, where it's just kind of an open, it's like a bowl thing, you don't need to cool it off first because you can just dump it right in there. In fact, then it strains rather quickly as it cools off. And so we used to.
We used to put it in overnight covered and then strain it the next day, but now we just strain it.
Yeah, now we
leave it in the fridge
it's
overnight.
still really nice and warm. We just dump it into the strainer and then we take it out of the strainer when we remember to do it.
Yeah, so sometimes it sits there for a couple of days and just keeps draining out. So if it gets too thick, then we'll just put a little bit of whey back in.
Yep. So Yeah, sometimes it'll strain for like 3 or 4 days.
It depends on if we're being lazy. We got to make some more. I need some of that.
Well, because we need to make some. They have a new recipe where instead of using whole milk and adding heavy cream, they're using like 2%
Okay.
of the milk. So it's a higher protein, lower fat, but still really low carb.
Okay, but wouldn't it be a little bit higher carb than the other one?
No.
It's just not.
Yeah, it just doesn't have as much fat in it.
Okay.
And it's to make it a higher.
Let's do it.
Let's see. Tony says, "Love Red Dwarf." My kids used to love that. Way back when. Well, this is Chris. Chris, turn in that nerd card. Yeah.
Yeah.
Debbie says, my lunch today is banana keto chow. I had cinnamon and some orange extract.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
Batty says that she puts it straight into the Instant Pot from the Instant Pot into the strainer.
Yeah, that's what we do too.
And the whole 8-hour cook time, sometimes I'll run it. Like if it's gonna be overnight, I'll just be like,
see you tomorrow.
18 hours. And then it's like, well, because we're straining off all of the whey, and I don't know. Nobody seems to complain.
To work fine.
But then we're adding a lot of the like Tarani or Da Vinci sugar-free syrups to give it some flavor. Andrea says, it was me, guys. I had my ice cream compressor replaced. Now I have a beautiful ice cream moment every day. See, I was seeing
Andrea. I was going to guess avatar. Andrea next.
Let's see. Eamon's Living with Keto says 3 years on keto and intermittent fasting, and it's a lifestyle now.
Yes, us too.
Shauna says, I'm still trying to perfect my Vitamix Keto Chow ice cream. At least the oopsies still taste great. Nina says, good morning, everyone. It's not 100 degrees here today.
Yay! It's not 100 degrees here either. It's like 95.
Blido says, only about half that time here living with keto, but I do agree. Heather says I need to make the yogurt again too.
Yeah.
Julie says, Madwy. Patty says I made it with fat-free Fairlife. Same carb count. Very yummy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Julie says we made blender ice cream with pina colada last night. Used coconut milk. So yummy.
Yummy.
Brianna says I couldn't figure out how to use my Instant Pot yesterday. Finally figured it out. I had to turn it on and off a couple times after the 8 hours, but it was still liquid. Oh
no.
That's interesting.
You know, it's funny those Instant Pots are kind of funny because there's not an on-off switch. You just have to like make it go.
Yep.
And that's a little bit confusing to me. Whereas a crock pot's like on, off, put it to the right temperature, but this one has all these weird settings. So you have to play with it. But
Lisa's on. She says, hey, y'all, I've lost 50 pounds so far. Go keto. How's your foot doing, Lisa? Is it getting any better at all? Or anyway, Lisa was with us in Costa Rica.
Mm-hmm.
Mike says, this is my experience with Amazon. If you keep them on the chat long enough, they usually offer a $10 credit on top of my money back.
Okay.
They give you money back and tell you to keep the item.
Yeah. They usually don't even want it to be sent back.
Yeah. Well, food. Yeah. Andrea says, I grew up in Ogden, now in central Illinois. I miss the mountains. Well, the mountains miss you. Okay. We
love the mountains.
Yeah. And every time we go somewhere, it's always kind of sad to not know where the mountains are because you always know which direction is which.
Yeah, you just look up.
Well, and around here, it's like the Ochre Mountains are west and the Wasatch Mountains are east. So Heather says, I forgot to add the starter culture to her yogurt one day.
Oh, that is sad.
And it was a sad day. Yes. It would be. It would never thicken up. It would just kind of sit there and go, I'm growing the wrong bacteria.
Yeah.
Let's see. Brian says, there's so many different Instant Pots that finding directions for your specific version.
Yeah. We just kept the little booklet that came with ours, and I have it in the drawer next to the Instant Pot.
And then you just asked me how to do it.
And then I just asked Chris how to do it.
Heather says we grew up in Ogden, Iowa. No mountains. Except around here there are mountains. And I work very, very hard to deliberately
not sound like a Utah.
Mountains. Anyway, Denita says that she watched a bunch of YouTube videos of the Instant Pot and read all about the manual. All the manual before I used mine. I was scared it was going to explode.
Yeah.
And in the end, it's just a pressure cooker.
It is.
It's just really convenient. Becky
with settings on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
The only mountain we have here in South Florida is the Dump.
Oh man.
That's true. Absolutely true. I'm new to Keto Chow, still learning. Oh, I know that was something else. My brother, for a time, was living in Tallahassee, and the highest of like geographical feature within about 200 miles was the massive pile of oyster shells outside of this one restaurant.
Wow.
I mean, it was
funny.
like 30 feet tall of oyster shells.
Oh, we're trying to decide where we're going to take Joe and Rachel on a hike.
Yeah.
Let's take them to the top of the mountain. Then we'll feel really fit.
Amanda says, what does the 36% off mean for the flavor of the week? So, let me go. Oh, launch it.
Launchy pants.
Okay, so if you come here. So, right now, we have what we call our Go Pack. So, it's 21 of the single meal packets, the little guys, these guys. And they're all bundled together. So there's 21 of them. Now, normally, the single meals, if you bought 21 of them, it would cost $99.75 to get all those.
Yeah, it's more expensive to put them in the little packets.
Yep. But right now, it is 36.84% off. So it's $63 for those instead of $99. Now, where that $63 comes is normally, for the last like 4 or 5 years, we've had a different flavor on sale every week. And normally it's the big bag, which is normally $70, but we run it at 10% off for the flavor of the week. And so that would normally be $63. Well, this week you can get 21 of the individual packets for the same $63 that would normally be the flavor of the week. So, and I am sharing the screen.
Good job.
Yep. Sometimes I forget to do that. Anyway, let's see. Becky says it's Monarch Hill. LOL. Lisa says I go to the podiatrist on the 14th to get the official result on changes. My feeling is coming back, and she lost feeling in 1997.
That's the year before I graduated from high school.
Andrew says Ogden, Utah, not Iowa. Yeah. Suzanne says, hi everyone. This week I'm using Keto Chow as a creamer for my coffee in my attempt to stop my heavy whipping cream intake.
That's a good idea.
Lower fat days are easier now.
Nice.
Jessica says, sorry I'm late. I was just watching the stream of my brother-in-law graduate as a second lieutenant. Well, that's way more than watching us. We're here every day. Jerry says, love Red Dwarf. Didn't know that Lister, Charles, and Rimmer, Chris Berry, didn't get along in the first 4 seasons of Red Dwarf. They eventually became friends, but they butted heads continually.
Wow, that's hard. It's hard to work with people sometimes.
Becky,
Sorry.
Becky says Tallahassee's at a higher elevation. And Michelle is on from Delaware. Awesome.
Hey, that's cool.
Julie says that has anyone made ice cream with the cookies and cream? I have.
I have too.
Quite good.
Put a little chocolate in there, some chocolate chips or something.
Well, in the cookies and cream, the flavor, it's not so much like an Oreo cookies and cream, but more like a golden.
Like the cream part of the cookie.
And so or a lot of people have said that it's like a sweeter vanilla. I don't know. It's got a little bit of the cookie flavor, but it's not a lot.
It's not. And that's the thing with us. We just do a lot of mild flavors, and then you can, it's a lot easier to add stuff than it is to take away.
Well, when we were developing the cookies and cream, the place that did the manufacturing is like, well, do you want to have actually little bits of cookie in there? I'm like,
how?
That have carbs in it? They're like, well, a little bit. I'm like, no.
No, we're not having carbs in there.
Yep. Let's see. Brianna says, I'm in New England. We have rolling hills. I was fascinated when I went to Colorado, and the flat parts are very flat. Is Utah like that? Mountains or flat, in between? Kind of like that.
Yeah.
We have a little bit of in between.
Yeah, we don't really have like rolling hills. We have mountains and we have flat. We don't have
our hills would be considered mountains back east. I look at the Appalachian Mountains and I'm like, hee. Those aren't mountains. Holly says take them up to Donut Falls or to Brighton to Lake Marion.
Donut Falls would be pretty. Of course, Donut Falls, you have to walk on the falls. I wonder if
no, you can walk up to the falls. No, no sane person goes to the falls. They just
No,
get
no.
up to the
I mean,
bottom.
when
and
you're
go,
hiking, you have to go on the rocks and it's slippery right there. That's what, well, it probably not right now because there's no water. Last time I went to Donut Falls, you had to walk
I'm
in
one
the
of the
water.
sane people who doesn't actually go like to the falls and stick my hand under it because that's crazy.
I do that.
Lisa says every time
Just
I'm
put your hand
looking
under the
for
water.
the referral link, I can't find it. So are you talking about if you log into your account
Sorry, that's a little complicated.
and on the rewards, you've got the earn points, refer a friend, and it gives you the link that you can send to them.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's what you mean, that's where you find it. Let's see. Elfina says, I love the video of Wendy and Harry visiting your store and finally getting to meet you.
Yeah, that was so
much
fun.
Becky says that she hopes to get her cookies and cream before Saturday to see if I like it that much.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, because she ordered it last week.
Oh.
Lisa is still waiting for
I
my
hope so,
order.
too.
Been 2 weeks since I ordered.
No.
That shouldn't happen.
That's late. Reach out to
yeah.
us and we'll
Contact our
fix
customer
it.
service people because, yeah.
It got lost.
Yep. Danita wants to know where she can see that video. It's on the Facebook support group. I'm actually going to, or someone might get to it before me. I was going to post it on the Keto Chow Facebook page as well.
Oh, yeah, that's the Wendy and Harry. So what's their channel? Loving It on Keto.
Loving
is
It on
their YouTube
Keto.
channel.
Mm-hmm.
Is what we're talking about.
Yep. Let's see. Kristen says, I'm in Boston, and we only have the Blue Hills in the ocean. Well, you got Bunker Hill, right? You can shoot cannons from there at the British.
What? We're not doing that.
Well, we did, but it was hundreds of years ago. Myra says, I almost miss you all. My chow box is out for delivery.
Myra, how are you?
Jory says, wow, Miriam, we're close to the same age. Class of 99 here.
Yeah, Jory.
Suzanne says, I got my CAC score. Results, test for 0.
Yay! We're so excited you failed.
Yeah, there you go. And Lynette posted the link to the Loving It on Keto video.
Thanks, Lynette.
Linda says, I have a burning question. If I have OMAD, can I have 2 keto chows, one with collagen? So 1 meal a day, you can do that however you like. You could do 3 servings of keto chow all in a short period of time and be really, really full. Or you could have a giant steak with cheese and guacamole on it and have a keto chow shake as well. You can really use it however you want. Yeah.
It's fun to play with. Do different things.
Let's see. Joe Ray says, woohoo, Becky. Mike says, black cocoa powder makes it taste like Oreos. I made protein sparing modified fast egg pudding with it.
Nice.
Andrew says, our hills are mountains. Yes. Joe Ray says, yep, I'm in Colorado, flat or mountains. That is.
Yep. That's us too.
Becky says, with love for Joe Ray, see Zion and bucket list for me.
Oh, yeah. That's a little far away from here.
Danita says there's a keto chow recipe for the cookie part to add to the cookies and cream. Is it called cookie crumbles?
There is a cookie recipe that you can crumble up there's one that says add cookie crumbles to one of the recipes, but it's referring to a cookie recipe that's on our site, which I can't remember what it's called.
Yep. Debbie says, yep, I live in Colorado and people think it's all mountains. I do have a front window view of the Rocky Mountains, but I live in the flatland desert close to the border of New Mexico.
And see, that's pretty. We can see the same mountains. Just we're looking at one side and you're looking at
the
the other side.
Day, then. Julie says, I must not be sane because I've been to Donut Falls, a fun place.
And you have to walk in the water, right? I'm not crazy.
The sad thing is there's a lot of people who climb up to the top of the donut part and fall.
Oh, yeah. I've never done that. I haven't climbed up to the top. I've climbed underneath it.
You have
and walked in the water
who get injured there every year. I think there was one that happened 2 weeks ago.
It's because it's a slippery rock and it's covered in water and they're on top of a cliff.
Danita says, oh yeah, to add to ice cream. Or you can add some keto bars. That works too.
Oh yeah, keto bars would be good.
Yarn Sandy says chocolate pudding for breakfast. Well, that sounds terrible. Again, says the high key. Chocolate brownie mini cookies are the closest I've found to the cookies part of cookies and cream. I might crumble up a few.
Do it.
If and when I next do cookies and cream keto chow. Boulder, Pennsylvania says, yeah, that video was wonderful. And Lynette posted the chocolate sandwich cookie recipe.
Oh, thanks. I knew
Mara
it was
says,
something.
I am good, just been working, but always here for the replay.
Nice.
And so speaking of cookies and cream stuff, Bariatric Pal has a small, 1 of each, and big, 5 of each, sample pack of the cake-style legendary tasty pastries.
What?
They're sold out just about everywhere.
I can't buy those.
Nope.
I can't buy them because I have an unhealthy relationship with Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
And they don't taste that good. Like,
No, they don't.
Pop-Tarts don't taste that good, but I think it's because we couldn't afford them when I was little. And so then when I was big, I had to buy them. And then when I ate 1, I ate 2 or 5. And so I just don't want that unhealthy relationship. Some things you just have to say no to.
Yep. Becky
Keep you
says that
sane.
her order from last week should be here by Tuesday.
Oh, that's
Arriving
good.
late, USPS problems. Jerry says he's from the class of 82. We're youngins. Lou's from the class of 74. Holly said Steve did Donuts Fall hike this month and did not get his shoes.
That's what
wet.
I'm saying, because there's no water here. And so I bet you can walk up the waterfall.
Steve is also a sane person.
And he knows how to not walk in the water.
The children who weren't making good life choices,
not to do that.
not to go climb up to the top of the mountain or the falls. Anyway,
Oh.
Nan's class of 68.
Oh, Nan.
Becky says my mom was class of 64. Danita says class of 92.
92.
Nice. So today, hey, it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's buy one get one wings day. If your Buffalo Wild Wings has wings.
Yeah.
And they're still doing it. Apparently, the one near us is still doing it, but apparently they sell out.
Yeah.
Apparently.
I feel like you said that already.
Candace is class of 2003.
2003, baby.
Shauna
You're so
says,
cute.
okay, class of 85, class of 95 here. Kate says, my hack rule for the tasty pastries, Quest bars, and similar objects is that I have to heat them up. I have to add syrup or dip, so it requires a plate and a microwave, not just an impulse.
I think
you
that's
can't
why.
walk around eating it, too.
Yeah, because if you walk around eating it, it's just a snack. So it feels more like a meal when you sit down with it and have a special moment with your tasty
Precious
pastry.
All right, well, you're late for your meeting.
Oops.
So everybody, thanks for joining us.
Yep.
Suzanne's class of 82 and Kristen's class of 96.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to be on tonight. We'll be doing our longer live stream from our house.
Yep.
From
Hopefully we have something good to say.
Yep, at least 2 good things to say.
2 good things.
Okay.
And say 2 good things about yourself today.
So, yeah. Bye.